Hi everyone, my name is Cassandra and welcome back yet to another video on learning. Today I want to share with you a really simple exercise that you can implement at home for your primary school level student. If you've got a child that is in grade 1 or in grade 6, this is a really simple exercise that parents can get involved in. This is a narrative writing or a creative writing exercise for children. Get them to come up with a prompt. A prompt is something that they can write about, an idea, something that they're interested in. Let's start off with a really basic prompt. Perhaps your child is only interested in sport and they only like rugby, or maybe your daughter's only interested in cooking and cleaning, or playing with kids or whatever, who knows. It doesn't really matter. Just put the prompt in the middle of a piece of paper. Get them to start branching out words that are associated with that word. Having that information on one piece of paper, get them to start writing out a plan of a story. Narrative literally only needs a beginning and a middle and an end. It also needs to have a problem and a resolution if your child is ready to start writing on that level. It's also important to make sure that there are at least 2 characters in their writing piece, because it allows for conversation to occur. It gives the child an opportunity for them to use the talking marks. It also helps with them to learn their tenses. This is literally something that you can do at home that is going to benefit them and help with their learning overall. So with the writing, if you already know what a narrative is, and I'm sure your child knows what a narrative is, if they're writing about something that they're interested in, I can guarantee you they're going to write a lot more than writing about something that they're completely not interested in. So sometimes homework can be focused and generalized against all students that are within that classroom, and maybe your child doesn't like what they're getting for homework, and it might be a struggle to do the homework at home every night. So this is a really great exercise to implement, so then at least they're still doing some sort of homework. Another step that you can implement is getting them to present it in front of the family. Getting them to present it in front of the family increases their confidence, believe it or not. If they can present their work in front of the family and do well, then I can guarantee they're going to do well when they're presenting it to the teacher in the class. Sometimes children may be shy in talking and reading, and it really helps with their confidence to see them stand up in front of their family on who they love and who they trust, and watching them engage with what they've written. It also gives them a sense of achievement. It gives them an opportunity to actually do well, because you want to make sure that when they're writing, they're writing good quality content, so then it's not just rushed or done the night before. So when they present it, it's worth presenting. It's work that they've written and they've actually done, a little bit of homework, a little bit of research, and put the time and effort into writing the piece overall. Narrative writing, creative writing is actually even taught and done even in VCE, believe it or not, and even year 10. So creative writing is a skill that these children are going to need to develop. So that's why narrative writing is really important, because it gives them the opportunity to come up with an array of ideas and conclusions on how they end their writing pieces, or even how they start it. If they get stuck with a prompt, you can get them to write an alternative ending to their favorite film, or write a different alternative ending to a book that they've just read, or an experience that has happened over the weekend. I'm giving you an idea on how to write for narratives. It's all about starting with an idea, putting it on paper, brainstorming the ideas or the words that are associated with that prompt, and then getting them to write their plan and writing their introduction, middle, and the end. It's really important to see that there is a flow in their writing, and you can see if there's issues with, where their character no longer speaks, or if the character dies off, or the character only says one thing and then that's it. Like, you can kind of pinpoint these issues that are in the writing as well, and you as a parent can fix that. It's really simple. I mean, if you can read and write, then this is a really simple exercise that you can do. You don't need to wait for a teacher or wait for a tutor to tell you how to do this. If you know how to read, then this is really, really easy and fun to do with your child. If you're already doing it, I'd love to see or hear if parents are doing different reading or writing activities with their children at home, taking their learning to the next level. It's getting them prepared for the next year. I know we're already in October. It's so crazy, and they could be going into year 7 next year, or moving on to whatever year level it is. So Make sure that you're prepared, make sure that you're engaged in what they're learning, be aware of how they're learning, and, seeing what they're producing with writing is really important and crucial, because you can see if they need that extra support, if there's something that you can help them with, or if there's someone in your family that can help them with. They may be able to better learn with their cousins. It doesn't matter, as long as they're still trying to make that effort and there's that consistency in doing homework every night, and this is overall going to benefit their learning. Just a final tip in terms of spelling, if you don't know how to spell the word, that's fine. Like, we can just look these words up on Google. Google is like at the tip of our thumb now with our phone. You can give them synonyms, different alternative words if they're using simple words that you think that can be changed. Changing a couple of words in a writing piece does wonders, and it really does dazzle when they've written it overall. It really does change the writing piece. Build that vocabulary every night and every week, and getting them to obviously learn their spelling as well.